mistakes we have done ourselves. When Government of India asked us to implement agri-clinic, agri-business schemes, we straight away started implementing at the infrastructure. But then we thought bypassing the state will not take us anywhere. So if you take the system along with you, things will move faster, wider, accountability will be established, so also the reach also gets wider. Otherwise, our miners don't really know how to use the state system. That's the problem. So the extensive professionals will come. Yeah.
And along with training, we do work on, as my DG said this morning, think tank and concept nursery for Government of India. The Atma system, only the name was there. How will Atma work? How does the extension system take lessons from rest of the world? So we have learned from all across the world the participatory systems, the AOE team systems concept of Michigan, 4H from University of Florida. Then we created the system that demand driven, participatory. In fact, first time the farmer themselves are involved in designing the district level strategic research and extension plan. So managing involved in developing new and innovative systems. And 1997 when we seeded this Atma, we at that time, which is 13 years back, had visioned that we'll have ICT connectivity available down to the block level, which is now functional in more than 5,000 blocks. So you have a ready-made backbone. And of course, we do training, research, consultancy, education. Prime focus in on extension management. We do a 2-year diploma program in agri-business management also. Plus, very important thing is we support Government of India in implementation of their key schemes. Kisan call center is one for which the base paper also was prepared by Manage, and we learned from the industry. We learned from AP experience of Parishkaram, that is 1100, but now 1551 is the nationally known number. And for your kind information, more than 9 million calls have been logged. 92 lakhs is the latest count, and now last month the count was 6 lakh calls. So 6 lakh farmers, maybe some farmers making more than one call, but these many people are reaching to the system, where in the first 60 years we are not able to reach even up to the 40%, as was shown in the slide by one of my earlier speakers. Now the ICT provides us the backbone to reach faster, wider, and more accurately, more precisely, answering that farmer's needs rather than being generic. Next. Yeah. I think these numbers have been discussed. 12.7 million, that is the 12 crore farmers. 2011 census yet to get analyzed in the number terms. Although the GDP terms we may be contributing less, but the fact is livelihood of so many people is involved. That's why the social side will always remain important in country of our size, where more people are there on that side of the fence. Next. This is very important slide in the sense that the connectivity is increasing at a very fast pace. The blue numbers, now I'm sure it could be more than a billion now, because this is July figures, 990 million telephones, out of which 929 mobiles. But as the red lines say, it's highly skewed. Rural connectivity is still pretty poor. We are trying to have an experiment that can we do video calling from the farmer and then answer. Right now we are answering in Kisal Call Center in audio mode only. We are planning that how do we answer the farmer seeing his situation in the field, seeing a goat or buffalo. It is happening on a small scale. Madras Veterinary College, that Tanuvas, did with Dr. Sharif and Cornell University project, but it still remains Madurai and Kadalur, 2 districts. We want to take those type of experiments little further, and the green opportunities, I think that is where we are looking at this August gathering to give us some indicators how do we really go ahead. So we are looking at IIIT, NISG, whosoever is in the technology, how do we see that farmer gets information then and there, plus also most authentic sources. Right now from Kisan Call Center, I'm sure you know all the plus and minus. The answering mechanism that agri graduate is answering the question. 87% of the question get answered by level 1. Level 2, which is the expert, the so-called agriculture scientist or departmental officer, only 13%, which number is also coming down. So we need to bring that number up. More quality information need to reach farmer, and of course faster. Rural connectivity also needs to be promoted in a sense that better quality of vernacular SMS is a missing thing. Even now people are, although they are using in a way that मराठी को भी इंग्लिश में लिख के मैसेज दिए जा रहे हैं, but the issue is how when do we write Hindi SMS to the Hindi belt, which is very very important because reading in local language is much easier than reading in English. Next please. Although T and V has been talked about, at least 3 references came in, but the fact is India has moved much ahead of T and V now. 20 years back we were in the thick of T and V, all plus and minus, but T and V helped the green revolution to take wider space. At that time, of course, homogeneity was the advantage with T and V because we are talking of the irrigated agriculture, we are talking of yielding varieties. But now, with broad-based extension approach, that is 1998 onwards, bottom-up planning, participatory mode, integrated delivery, including animal husbandry, horticulture, social forestry, fisheries, and also public-private partnership, 2003 onwards, when this extension reform programs was launched by Government of India, increased role of civil society organizations, 10% money of government schemes must necessarily pass through PPP mode, but that is not an upper limit. State government like UP, they have passed a law that 10% will be done only through ACBC entrepreneurs. Remaining, furthermore, PPP mode projects are to be launched. And 2010 onwards, BTMs, that is block technology managers, every block is connected on net. ABTMs, farmers' friends, and Sameti is a state level, you can say mini manage. What do we do for Government of India? Sameti does for a state government. In Andhra, we have at Malakpet, we call it ASTI, Agriculture Staff Training Institute. Kisan Call Center and increased focus on ICTs. This is Government of India's stated policy in the document. Next. These numbers have also been discussed thanks to DDG Extension and DDG Education. Next, please. And this slide has also been in another way has been indicated that our reach stands limited. But let me tell you, radio, television, the backbone of that still remains the Agriculture University or KVK. So to say that KVK reaches less than 1% will be understating the facts. Behind every technical knowledge, there is a scientist. Next, please. So the face-to-face extension, neighboring farmer extension, slowly we are moving. If you see the first and last line contrast, SMS and telephone, television, radio, it has come and farmer believes it. Thanks to RML, in Maharashtra last year, more than 40 million, 4 crore SMSs have flown in the agriculture territory. That means from the farmer to the officers and official to the farmers, KVK's entire system put together. It's a huge number. We need to make the quality issues now and more farmer specific information available. Missing links are the input dealer information. How much is the fertilizer availability in my district, my taluk, and price issue. So that is where, and Agmark net, prices are available, but updation of those prices. At all India level, we have 30% currentness. Means information is not available for 60% plus districts or markets. 7,000 markets are connected, but less than 4,000 market give regular information. And face-to-face private companies, they are there, but let me tell you, the numbers are still very limited. 1 million in a country of 12 crore farmers is pretty less number. So if we want to have larger outreach, we need to use the system. We need to ride on the KVK Atma backbone. So we will request that all the projects, all the innovations, if we can use one of these vehicles, it will be faster, and secondly, system will come to know about it much faster. Now we are requesting even CSC also. Tyagi sir is here. I'm sure we will listen to him and then see that how do we work together to see that farmer gets informed then and there, rather than walking even up to KVK or Atma. Next, please. These are the initiatives which have been approved by Government of India under 12th 5-year plan. Massive capacity building of farmers. Ajit Maharu said in the morning that by the time we learn about the technology already overtakes us. This is absolutely true. So tablets are there, phablets are there. I think we, the think tank in this room, need to think how do we use the, if not the most current, but the most appropriate technology to reach out to the farmers. And that is where a low cost mobile phone should be our generic platform through which we should reach out to the farmer. We cannot expect a Galaxy Note with the farmer in at least 5 to 10 years time. But we definitely expected good audio, photographs coming in, and some Skype kind of video interaction. And on that, we have to really launch our applications. Right now, majority of the applications, I think, other than RML and IKSL, are internet based. So we need to make them mobile platform based. Second one is Kisan Portal. 80 plus, sir, mind boggling, more than 1,000 websites in this country on agriculture. Every university has a website, every ICR institution has a website, every KVK has a website. Where do I go? Where do I look as a farmer? So we need to have a integration somewhere, that single window approach, to see that I get my information, package of practices valid for my mandal, my situation, in a easiest form. And that is where I think all of us can definitely give some guidelines. And let me tell you, Ministry of Agriculture, I'm speaking on behalf of Sri Sanjeev Gupta, Joint Secretary Extension. He says that farmer.gov.in should be the ultimate address for anybody to search any information in agriculture emanating from India. So if it is useful for farmer, provide a link to us, and they'll be happy to streamline it so that from one portal we all get visibility. Agropedia, KKMS, that is Kisan Knowledge Management System, having those 9 million calls record, all audio and text. AgMarkNet, SeedNet, EMS, all these portals are being integrated. Information about input dealers, say ACABC, we have information about all 33,000 students which have been trained by us, where they are, in which village they are practicing, what are they doing, what is their business model. This information availability helps if somebody tracks. Somebody wants that I need this much, many people working in that particular district. We need to answer that question. Community radio and SMS, MMS, plus also integration of CSCs. I think this is the subject. This is the last mile where farmer is having the nearest ICT connectivity. If we can use that platform for agriculture delivery, nothing like that. Next, please. So we need to really bring in all the players, and for that I think let me compliment Dilip Kumarji and ICRISAT. In fact, we need ICRISAT to really bring all of us together. It's a big rather compliment to him, and we need to really address the farming community. Although there are questions, should we see the market or should we see the farming community? But I see it both as the one. If farmer delivers market driven products, nothing like that. We help him to grow more. We help him to improve his livelihood as well. So social aspects are also to be addressed along with technological aspects. We cannot underestimate the 52% or 55% of the people who are depending on agriculture. So we need to see that information is delivered at least 50% free of cost. Rest, value-added information, cash crop based information, those farmers can pay. But the generic information, and if I can quote Dr. Swaminathan, he says that for which Government of India pays funds, state agriculture universities research or ICR research should be made available free to the farmer. So at least that information should be in public domain on open source platform so that farmers have access to it. That's what our contribution manage is looking very, very eagerly for this workshop to see that what are the models, where we can collaborate, how do we reach with the farmers, and then platform of Atma and BTT are available to you, will facilitate that, linking you with all the state Samitis or EIs. Thanks very much, please.